Vitaly Klitschko did what he had to do, got rid of his man, even though the guy came in with a beer belly at 28 years of age, much younger than me, and I'm more ripped than he is. That's crazy. Tony Bellew, I said from day that this is not a big fight. Edison Miranda cannot be relied on to be consistent in the boxing ring. He looked tiny at light heavyweight, and it was predictable in terms of the outcome and result of that fight. And in my opinion, he came to the UK to get a payday, which all boxers do, but I don't think he has any ambition or drive to try and climb up the rankings as a professional fighter. Andre Ward was brilliant. Chad Dawson made a gross miscalculation in dropping all that poundage to tackle Andre Ward at 168. Chad's a big guy. He looked gaunt, man, and something didn't look right. The way he cut his hair and the way he trimmed his beard. I know these things sound a little stupid to pick up on, but he looked discombobulated. Everything didn't look right. Nothing looked right. Nothing looked right. I didn't predict the result of the fight. All I said was the weight loss just ain't going to help him. The dude's in his 30s now. Sometimes we talk about fighters like Dawson like they're kids. They're not kids. He's in his 30s. The apprenticeship is over. And to be a good fighter, you can't just turn up in the ring and be brilliant. I have a mantra which I pin up on my wall because I fuck up my life so much because I'm not perfect. I make so much fuck ups. And here's the mantra. And you can choose to adopt it if you want to. But as an older brother to you, I'm going to drop this jewel in you. Making decisions that will have the least adverse effects on your life. It sounds simple, yeah? But it's fucking good. It's good. And it's really effective. Making decisions that will have the least adverse effects on your life. And Chad Dawson needs to look at that. Pinning yourself in a corner just after you fought Bernard Hopkins and offering a craftsman a fight at 168, a weight that you haven't fought at in years. You was a kid when you fought at 168. You wasn't even developed yet. You got decked by Adamek in that fight. You got back off the deck and you recovered and you outplanted him. But your body wasn't developed yet. You're a big, strong brother. You started seeing improvements in your game at 175. You seemed to hit a fork on the road. I was finding your identity in the ring when you beat Bernard Hopkins. And then you do that. Bad decision. And not just by Chad. His team have to take the rap for that as well. Now, none of this discredits, and neither does it detract from what Andre Ward done in the ring. And no, he didn't all of a sudden find this magical reservoir of punching power. He took full advantage, and that advantage was Dawson emaciating his body to take this fight. He only earned $600,000, which is a big wake-up call to African American fighters in terms of getting your community to support you. In terms of marketing, you can't just be getting in the ring and you've got nothing else to offer except that you're a coordinated athlete. Yeah, you got fast hands. Yeah, you've got a good jab. Yeah, you know how to fight in the... No. It's 2012. You might not want to do the extracurricular shit to sell your fight, but it's something you're going to have to think about, because all what's going to happen is in later years, we're going to read stories. Chad Dawson's fallen on hard times People are going to be coming out with these pictures where he's in some fucking precarious situation. And all you're going to see in the YouTube comments is SMH. Shaking my head. Can't believe this has happened to the guy. Andre Ward maneuvers himself up into the pound for pound rankings. I don't know where we place him now. He's not a far stretch away from the #1 spot. Man was magnificent, man. You know, and I like the guy because he's so slick. I'm not talking as a boxer. I'm talking about him letting you think, yeah, I could just walk into this guy because he doesn't appear to be a killer. And then you get in there and you find you can't fucking deal with the guy. I like that shit. I like it. I like it. He gets every last iota and ounce out of his psychological makeup and makes it work for him. Great fighter. Great fighter. Great fighter. I don't want to hear any people saying, oh, well, he shouldn't have accepted the catchweight bout. He should have fought him at 175. No. Dawson said he could fight at 168. Yeah. He took the fight at 168. He got a crap purse for what was a super fight. This fight should have been a super fight. The promoters, the fighters have to take the rap that it didn't have a bigger profile. No. Ward's job is to capitalize on every disadvantage that you make for yourself, yeah? And that includes you saying that you can fight at 168. That goes for Miguel Cotto too when you lost to Pacquiao. You made a rod for your back by doing that, by stripping down them pounds and letting Pacquiao pound on you. That was your decision. It's not Pacquiao's fault. We shouldn't even be holding that against Pacquiao. I do it sometimes, but that's my emotional, probably the more female part of me, analyzing the situation. Because as men, we all have a little bit of a bitch ass side to us. It's only some of us can control it a little more. And some of you guys are just high octane, high fueled estrogen fuck ups. Pacquiao's job is to earn as much money as he can and break down every weakness in his opponent. And that don't mean just reading his jab and countering anytime he drops his hand. It don't mean just ring strategy. That means outside of the ring too. That means the business negotiations too. Let me put it like this. The fight starts when you begin negotiating that contract. That's when it starts. This ain't no joke thing. Stop getting on a kid level. Yeah, just get in there and fight. No. It's way beyond that now. This is 2012, man. People are getting psychologists, hypnotherapists to help them develop their game. They've got people in their camp who ain't even connected to boxing. They specialize in nutrition and fitness coaches. Like when Holyfield brought in Tim Hallmark and he helped him turn into a legitimate heavyweight. That was back in the 80s, I believe. They're bringing in marketing experts to help them maximize their profits. Yeah? This isn't a joke thing. This isn't a joke thing. Start living in the adult world. So, big up Andre Ward. Antonio DeMarco. I don't want to ignore the little man and let him get buried under the debris. His performance against Molina was absolutely outstanding. Again. Clever guy. He realizes it's the first round. Molina has never been in the ring with a fighter like me. He's never fought a world title fight before. So he's thinking to himself, I bet he feels like me when I fought Edwin Valero. Nervous. I bet he feels like me. Let me see if I can get up in his fucking grill and catch him cold. And he did. He caught him cold. He caught him while he was cold. I believe if he hit Molina with them same punches in the second or third, Molina may have weathered the storm a little better than he did. But no, he caught him cold and he pummeled him. And it was a good stoppage. There was no controversy about it. The guy was hurt. Good win. Great performance. if Broner stays at junior lightweight, that would be a really good fight. A really good fight. I'd love to see that fight. I'm saving the best for last. If I was to think of a fighter who I would try to avoid in current day boxing, it would be Lucas Matisse. I was making a little breakdown in a video I'd done a few weeks back that nature is not stupid. It balances out boxing, so the contests will have certain dynamics and make the sport special for us. Like, if you've got a big punch, it might not give you a great defense. Yeah, or if you're really fast, you might not be really physically strong. But Lucas Matisse seems to have got a lot more out of nature than a lot of fighters. Let's start with his punching power. When I started following boxing, the old schoolers, they always used to make that cliched line that big punchers can never take a punch. Not Lucas Matisse. He can take a punch. He can take a great punch. The guy can punch really hard, and most guys who punch really hard don't have a high output. They don't have high volume. They look for one shot, and because they got that power, they don't throw in combinations. Lucas has got a high punch rate, and he punches like a mule. Yeah? Lucas is at least 5'10", which is exceptionally tall for that weight, light welter. But he knows how to fight inside. Lucas can trade jabs with you when both of you are trying to control distance. Lucas, even after your best flurry of punches, is in punching position to hit you with a counter. This guy is a threat, man. He's a threat. And I was cheerleading for a Jose. I wanted him to win the fight and get some prosperity out of his career, but it wasn't to be. And there was no luck about it. I don't think a Jose's inactivity helped him in the ring, to be honest with him. I don't think that helped him. Batiste hit him on the break. Yeah, he hit him on the break. But that happens in boxing, yeah? That happens in boxing. And even in that incident, a Jose has got this Nigerian, and listen, the Nigerian men have this machismo factor about them. I know Nigerian brothers, and I've shared stories with them. They've told me. Some of the brothers in Nigeria, if you come and step to fight to them, they'll get a bottle, and they'll smash it in their own head. That's their macho way of dealing with physical confrontations. They do shit like that. They do shit like that. Yeah? And a Jose has some of that in him. Because after he got hit on the break and he was trying to recover in the corner, he must have took about 15... No, you know what I mean? Try and get the 4 or 5 minutes out of it and get your fucking brain back in gear. He went back out there, and once again, you got to be ruthless, clinical. In and outside. You know what I mean? Making decisions that will have the least adverse effects on your life. And Lucas finished the job just like a machine. He was like a machine. His body shots in there, it's like, oh, headshots, oh. I've never seen a Jose get hit like this. And a Jose showed a tremendous chin. How is you taking them shots? It's beyond me. I don't know how he was doing it. I thought the strategy would have been to get in, get his punches off, and get out. And clinch. A Jose didn't clinch once in that fight. You can't fight somebody with nuclear power in both hands and not want to clinch. You're asking for trouble. You can't fight somebody with that kind of power and you don't want to clinch. You can't be that proud. You're just asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble. A Jose just couldn't get Matisse's respect. He just couldn't get his respect in there. Like, He was trying to find a home in the ring, somewhere to hang his jacket up. But every time he threw a combination, a good combination, and tried to hang his jacket up and admire his house, Matisse would just bang, clap him in his head with a counter. There was no resting place. It's like fighting a Terminator. And Lucas Matisse, in my opinion, gets the award for performance of the night on a great night of boxing. Peace out.